Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.
Hi there. Hi, everybody. I'm spiritual medium Kellee White, and today is Ask Me Anything, December 16th, 2021. And welcome to my show. Happy holidays. We're going into the holiday season, and we're in the holiday season, and we're in a real interesting time, aren't we? Hi, Stacy Thompson. Yes, honey, I will get you a card as soon as I do a lot of work. We try to remember that one. Hi, Linda. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Brandy. She says, "Hi, beautiful souls." Hi, Kim Ann. I like to say hi to everybody. Hi, Beth. And hi, Julie West. Hey, Renee Martinez. Happy Thursday. What's happening with this heavy energy? Oh, girl, we're going to get there. Um, Thank you, Tracy. I love to wear red. I don't wear it very often, but when I do, I really like it. I used to wear it in business a lot, especially when I had like major meetings. I used to wear it, but I also wear it during the holidays. So, hi, Karen. So, yeah, the red is interesting, isn't it? I kind of like it. Hi, Elizabeth Preston. Okay, Elizabeth, since you live kind of near my area, what is going on with this weather? Yesterday it was 71 degrees in Wisconsin in December. It just makes no sense. Plus, we had a tornado warning. And for the people that were in tornadoes, oh my God, I don't know how you guys have survived and done it. It seems pretty scary. And I really, it was a kind of a little scary evening last night for people that were had tornado warnings. Again, I'm from LA, so this is kind of new for me, this tornado business. Um, it was pretty intense. Yeah, Laura, I'm glad she's from Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. She says, "Glad you didn't blow away." Me too. But at one point, I actually said to Don, "Are we going to blow away? Like, should we go down into the basement? We have a big basement. Is it time to go into the basement?" He's like, "No, no." I'm like, "Well, when is it time to go into the basement? Because it sounds pretty bad." So anyway, but we survived. Verna, hi Verna, hi from cold Canada. Wow. I bet it's cold there. Hi, Janice Hamilton. Hi, Amy. Hi, Steve Kanicki from Pennsylvania. Hi there. Hi, Kathy Hodestrout from Maine. Oh, I love this. Hi, Jennifer Pohl. So this is so fun. I love to see everybody. Hi, Susie Wright, honey. I hope you're doing okay, Susie. I do think about you every day. I hope you're doing okay. Hi, Maureen Myers. I could just keep doing this. Thanks, Renee Hounsel. I do too. So anyway, I could just keep saying hello, but what I'm going to do is, I have to do a shout out. Hi, Lee and Marlene. How are you guys doing? We miss you terribly, and I hope we get to see you all soon. So I wanted to give a big shout out and happy holidays to you guys. So let's talk about what's going on astrologically because this is a big time. I mean, you can certainly feel the energy, right? The energy is intense. Every day I'm getting calls. What is going on? A lot is going on. So we've got in a couple of days, but you can already feel it. God, so many big events going on. But the big one, the first big one is Venus in retrograde in Capricorn. And that's what I've been talking about. Venus retrograde in Capricorn is Venus retrograde is even maybe more intense than a Mercury retrograde. So a Venus retrograde only happens like I think it's every year and a half or something, not very often. Mercury retrograde happens 3 to 4 times a year. So we're mostly used to the Mercury retrograde when things break down and communications go haywire. This is Venus retrograde, and it's an intense time because this is for 40 days. 40 days, 40 nights. It's a big one. I always think that 40 is significant here. And this one is going to be, Venus is a planet of love. It's about relationships. It's about money. And this is in Capricorn. So I would think that this is going to make this particular time period in relationships more practical because Capricorn brings a practical flair to everything. And so I think that it's going to be a little more practical time. I think that relationships it could bring back old people in relationships. It could also help you with reevaluating who you are in a relationship and really looking at the relationship and where do you want to change? What do you want to grow? Would you like to see different? So that's kind of some of the things that are going to go on. It's a really potent time. This energy is very intense. And on Christmas, Venus in retrograde, planet of love, conjuncts, which means next to Pluto, the hidden planet, the planets of secrets, the intensity. And if you're going to be with your family, I mean, just imagine. Oh, I can't wait to hear those stories. And by the way, I think I'm the only one that reads these, but when people write in those, when they mail you the things that they've done for the year, I love those. I actually love reading those. So it would be kind of fun if you could see some real things like this is what happened. That would be hilarious. But I still love to read them anyway. But anyway, so this time period is intense. Here's another one for you because that's just the beginning. On Sunday is a full moon in Gemini. And this full moons bring out a lot of emotions. If you think about it, they bring a lot of emotions. And this one brings out a lot of emotions, a lot of drama, and maybe it's going to help you to let go of things that you've been holding on to for too long. It's going to be, I think, a very intense full moon, but whatever, this is a time to release. This full moon, it helps us to release, especially releasing old things that are just not worth holding on to. Let's say you have an old grudge. Is it really worth holding on to? Not really. You don't want to take things that you can release and let go of and just let go of, forgive, have compassion for, or something, have it come to an end. It's better to do it before the end of the year than take it into a new year because this new year is already going to be full of all kinds of things. So, do you really want to take the old stuff into the new year? Probably not a great idea. So, if you can, also another really great thing to do is honor yourself. Honor yourself this for everything that you've gone through in life, frankly, and everything that you've gone through this year. It's not an easy year. This is not was not an easy year. So it's a good time. It's a great time to free yourself from trauma bonding. So if you have been in relationships, romantic relationships, friendships that are you maybe bonded over the fact that you both had a lot of trauma, but it's bringing you down, might be the time to kind of unhook yourself from those kind of relationships. Be a great time actually. So, and it's a good time too if you're going to start dating, if you haven't been in a relationship and you want to be in a relationship. When we get to January, it might be a really great time to have that new beginning period. So, let go of anything right now that's no longer serving you so you can start the new year fresh. I think that's a really, really wise thing to do. So here's another big ticket. And I'm going to talk about this on Monday on the show with James, but I do want to talk about it now. On December 23rd and 24th, we have Saturn, the planet of karma, intense, um, the old way of doing things, squaring off with Uranus. And Uranus is the planet of new age, surprise. We're going to do it this way. And they square off for the third time this year. And it's a huge event astrologically because going into 2022, I feel it's going to be a lot of that energy of the old ways versus the new way. And I really feel that planet Earth is this big ship that's making some major shifts right now, that has been making shifts for years, but probably the last 20 intensely, and the last 5, and the last 3, and the last 2, and this last one intensely. So we're not through that major turn that the Earth is doing, that this planet, this dimension is doing. So I think a lot of things are going to come up through that. And on Monday, James and I are going to talk. We're going to do a show on Monday about predictions for 2022. So I'll go into the rest of the December because there's still some more intense events. The next 2 weeks are just, I don't have a better adjective to describe it, intense. Um, and when we get to 2022, James and I on next Monday we'll talk about that, and we'll have a lot of things to talk about. So it'll be a good show. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer a lot of questions. You guys were so great. You sent me some fabulous, fabulous questions, and I so appreciate it. And then I'll do some mini readings, but I really want to answer a lot of these questions. So thank you for writing these questions, because some of them were just so great. Um, oh wait, I have to answer this. Patty Green, I am so beaten up. I was told horrible news today. I am getting hit so hard. My husband left me for another woman 2 years ago, and no major surgery for me. That has me terrified. Oh, 2 weeks ago, and no major surgery for me. That has me terrified. I'm sorry, Patty. That is a really hard thing to hear, isn't it? That's that's kind of this period of time when I talk about this Venus in a shadow period and Venus going retrograde. I'm sorry, honey. I'm very sorry. That is a hard one. I mean, betrayal is a hard one. And as a soul, many of us have had that one, sadly to say. And I can tell you this, Patty, you do get through it. I'm not sure what the lesson is right this moment, but I'm sure I know you get through it, honey. I'm sorry. I hate that. Really do. Things are going to come up. What, Anne Margaret? Is that what you're asking? Things are going to come up. Yeah, a lot of things are going to come up. I think the hidden things come up. I have to say today, I mean, this is like really off topic, but not really. I I love Sex in the City. It was my favorite show of all time, and I'm sure by now you guys have heard about what the big news was on the first episode of Sex in the City. And then today, if that wasn't big enough news, that if you haven't read it, I don't mean to be a spoiler alert, but that Big dies on this. Then today, the actor in real life had some real challenging news about the Me Too. People were going after him with Me Too. And I was like, wow, nothing's sacred anymore. I guess everything's supposed to come to light right now. Oh my gosh. Anyway, but first I'm going to answer a few questions before I go over here. Jeanette Gunnels Jackson. She said, my husband died almost 4 years ago, and for some reason, I'm having a much harder time emotionally with the holidays this year than I have in the past. Could it be because of the way the planets are aligned? Yes, Janet. Here's the thing with grief. It all depends on what's going on in your life, but it can come up at any time. And this is and weird, unstable energy. And I think when you feel possibly if you're feeling unstable, like just uh, unstable, then it could bring up a lot of emotions that maybe you weren't expecting. And it's not uncommon right now at all to feel anything. Anybody that's feeling anything is not uncommon right now. And your birthday is September 4th, which is diamonds. And seven of diamonds is here to experience value. So value what and take a spiritual road. I mean, value your feelings. So it's very valid what you're saying. It is a tougher time now, but it just be the time that it's coming up. So Kathleen Swinburne asked, how do I align with love? It's a great question, Kathleen. So, and I want to talk about this. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Well, I'll talk about that in a minute. But what does one align with love? Well, there are two major emotions, love and fear. And so you want to align yourself with positive thinking about um, gratitude. Gratitude aligns you with love. Thinking about what makes you happy, aligning yourself with love, choosing loving thoughts, making conscious choices to have good, loving thoughts that align your soul up with love. Okay, so Deborah Sweet. So she says, I wonder which comes first, me having known something will happen in the future, and it happened, or having the thought several times which brings it about. So, one example, she said, I knew I would have intestinal issues causing diet change and weight loss. And here it is happening. So, we choose our paths on the other side before we come in. We choose a lot of things that we're going to do. Some of us are very intricate in how we choose our what what we want to experience down here. And so, before we come in, I'm going to say it like this, like we drink a cup of forgetfulness. There's something about we're not supposed to remember before we come in, before we incarnate. We're not supposed to remember. We're supposed to be able to have, a blank slate. And here we go with having all these experiences, and we could react any which way because we have a blank slate. And I think what happens is if you have an idea that something's going to happen in the future, I think you're tapping into what you had planned in before you came in. That's my way of answering that. I hope that answers that. Okay, Arlene Duaber. She says, Hi, Arlene from Texas. Why does there seem to be so many shallow people this month? This month? I had to laugh at that one. Once again, I'm told by two friends that they would include me for holiday events if I had a man. What? People actually talk that way? If I had a man. But since I'm single, I'm excluded. Once again, Christmas will be tranquilizers in my house. Oh, honey, I know you have that great dog, so you'll have your dog. And I always say, have a blessed day to everyone I meet throughout the days. I'm not sure, but I would say that is, these people are just, as somebody wrote once, these people are not your tribe. That's really shallow. That's like really low level shallow. That's the wackiest thing I ever heard. I've heard some wacky things. Okay, do something great for yourself. Enjoy yourself for Christmas. Enjoy yourself. Have a ball. Okay. Kathy Hode Strout. If we choose our death, does that mean when and how? Yes. We choose our birth. We choose our exit point. We might have 3 or 4 or 5 different exit points, but eventually one of them works. And so we do choose it. And I think it's a complicated a way that it's done. But on the other side, when we're looking at all our past lives and everything that we have to learn and everything that everybody else around us have to learn, that's how it's chosen. I think that it's not just us saying, oh, I think I'll have a heart attack, I think I'll do this. I think there's a whole team that talks about it with you to figure out the best way for you. I do. So yeah, but we do choose all that. Jean Abbott. I don't really have a question today, but a comment. December 11th was my sweetie's birthday. Not a comfortable day this year. I had a dinner party planned for him that I had to cancel due to vertigo for me. I rescheduled the dinner for December 13th. After a wonderful dinner, I discovered I had been exposed to COVID. Oh, I took the test on the 15th, and sure enough, I was positive. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jean. I'm fully vaccinated, so everything is good. But you are right, Kelly. December is going to be like a roller coaster. I'll be watching tonight. Prayers to you, Jean. I know that's not an easy one. I've known too many. I don't even know. I've known so many people that have had COVID. I've had a lot of people that I've lost to COVID too. But I'm glad to know that you are okay. Really am glad to know that. Okay, Ann Ball, I have to answer this question for you. She said, I have this fear of losing my son because I had a dream where I heard a voice tell me he would die. Since it is fear based, I've been trying to shrug it off, but it's always in the back of my mind. Do spirits ever play jokes to be mean or cause you to be scared? And if so, how do you discern who is to be listened to? It's a great question, Anne. It's a really great question. No, spirits don't play jokes to be mean or nothing like that. I mean, if that were the case, I mean, are there bad spirits out there, like doing this to you? I don't feel that that's at all what's happened at all here. I'm wondering, as a mother, simply as a mother, are you worried about your son? I think all mothers worry about loss. it's always somewhere floating around. I really think that, and I'm wondering if were you mad at your son? I will have to ask that question. Were you mad at him? Because sometimes that comes through with mothers too, you know. But I mean, discernment is where you can go, what's going on here, and kind of analyze it and look into it. But I don't think anything's going to happen. I think it's something going on with your psyche, and again, all mothers have, and I don't think it's irrational fear. I just think that all mothers have it. It's just is. I think all people that are parents have it. So anyway, but good question, Ann. Thanks for that. Okay, Sin Kamakuk. Question for Kellee. Can people have a white light experience even if they haven't had a near death experience? And what is a white light experience? I know of someone who in the middle of the night woke up to a blinding light shining down on them for a few minutes and then it disappeared. This happened during the opening of her spiritual gifts. Yes, you don't have to have a near death experience to experience sudden white light that comes in. You can have it during meditation. It sounds like your friend had it when she was asleep. It's a gift. I feel it's a gift that does begin the process of knowing that you're not alone out there, knowing that you had a spiritual experience. So something is opened up. It could certainly open up your gifts. Your third eye could open up. All of a sudden, you could start becoming very psychic. So that's what a white light experience is. Why does it happen? I believe that it's your guides that are saying it's time now to wake up. I think that's a lovely way to be if you can wake up that way. I had a head injury. I would have preferred the white light situation if I'd had a choice, which it probably did, but they probably said, no, we got to let her have it. Okay, Pammy Jane, is 2022 going to be a brighter year? Well, you'll have to watch on Monday. On Monday's show, we're going to talk about predictions for 2022. Um, I think it's going to be, pretty intense, but anyway, and I want to answer, I have so many questions here, but um, Jeanette Ramirez, I'm going through that now single mom, worrying about my kids' lifespan. If I can, and of course, will do all that I can to keep them safe. Jeanette, I was a single mother, and I understand that one. Again, all mothers, it's hard to be a mother for this reason. For every reason, it's hard to be a mother. The good, the bad, the ugly, the intense. Mothers, I think, are saints. And worry, if you can, put the worry aside. If you can, I mean, you're always going to be keeping an eye on the kids, always. I mean, it's again always in the back of my mind, everybody's mind, I think. And I'm a medium. I just try to push everything aside. Um, but you know, if you can, cherish every moment. Be present in every moment. I think that's probably the best thing I could say about that. Okay, because I know that's not easy. Um, Okay, Susie Wright. Hi, Kellee. I'll take any insights you have for me. Family, career, healing. I'm floundering at times. My sleep is disturbed. I'm waking up in a panic thinking of my grandson Tyler's passing. I'm sure you are, honey. It doesn't seem real at times. I miss him so much. I feel he's around us everywhere. He is around you completely. I have chills. He's definitely around you. And I'm going to say that when you get to 2022, it'll be gentler and easier for you. Why don't you just right now, as far as the insights go, things are going, everything I think is going to change for you. Everything is going to change in a in a good way when we get to 2022. And I understand you just had extreme loss from your beloved grandson. So, um, right now, I would just use it as as I could, I would rest again. And I probably said this before, but you've been through a lot of trauma, honey. That's a lot of trauma, but I am going to get you a card from James's. I'm going to do a card right now, and then I'm going to do some more questions here. The Soul's Journey lesson cards. The Soul's Journey lesson cards. So let's get you a card, Susie. Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get you a card. Oh, interesting. Perseverance. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And I know that's true, Susie. So I know that there'll be a direction for you that comes through. I know that. Okay. Just right now is the time to rest because you've been through a big trauma. Okay. So you've got to make sure you're doing that. Okay. So I have so I had another interesting question. I have to read this. Norrell, she said, "Hi Kelly, probably more of a wing than a question. I am sort of over being a 3 of diamonds. My birth date is September 8th, 1965. Any insights would be greatly appreciated." Okay, I have to laugh at this, Norrell, because everybody that I know that's a 3 of diamonds is like over it too. 3 of diamonds is it's the hardest birth placement there is, frankly. But what's so funny about it, it's my husband's birthday too. Not 1965, but the September 8th. And the thing about you that I have to mention, which is kind of cracks me up, is you're also an 11. So you're 3 of diamonds with an 11. 11s have a very challenged life. They come to learn every lesson. And I'm going to say this about you, Norel. You, on the other side, you said, all right, bring it all in. I'm going to do it all. And so, even though I know you think you're over it, I'd lean in. I would lean in and I would enjoy every moment. Okay. That's what you want to do. You want to enjoy every moment. Okay, and I'm going to answer this question. Mark Brevard. Hi, Mark. You're doing okay, honey. Says, "Hi, Kelly. My mom passed on May 14th. Oh, I'm so sorry. Can you tell me if she has any messages for me? I love and miss her every day." I do. I do, Mark. And what I'm getting is to tell you and your siblings that she's with, it looks like other siblings of yours on the other side. So, did you lose siblings? Because it looks like your mother is with brothers or brother and sister brothers on that side. And it feels like 2 on that side, and it feels and like you have other siblings here, so I'm gonna say and your mom is boy, this gal is very accomplished, she could do anything. So I just want you to know she tells everybody she's telling me to tell you for the family to make sure you're all together and that she loves you, okay? That's your message, Mark. Okay. So Kathy Strout says again, I recently read a blog, 10 things about your soul contract. Number 5 is you choose your death. If so, does this mean when and how? Again, it does. It does, honey. It does mean that. Um, oh, Sharon Foster, thank you for this question. Sharon says, the question I have is about positive energy. How can we maintain a positive vibe throughout the day? What do you do to keep positive? How does one practice to be more positive? Thank you for all you do. Okay. Sharon, I laughed so hard when I read that question because I'm not kidding you. And I know my husband's going to howl at this, but I was born with a sunny disposition. And Neil Diamond actually wrote a song called Sunny Disposition, and I think it's on his Melody Road CD. And I have a sunny disposition, so I'm really lucky that way for positive energy. I was always positive. I mean, it's weird because the work I do, I work on such hard cases and such such sadness and such grief and all that. And for some reason, I'm able, like, I have a light heart about moving on with it all. I don't know how to explain it, but here's what I do. When I wake up in the morning, I say, what a great day. This is going to be a great day. Now, by the way, I might get hit with all kinds of shit that comes down that pike. Last year, I was saying, what kind of hell does, what fresh hell comes today? And I really mean that. That was a rough year. Um, but I really feel that you have to I start off with positive affirmations. So my mind then goes to the positive affirmation. It's going to be a great day. And I start to kind of giggle about that as I'm like brushing my teeth and washing my face and getting ready in the morning. I actually start laughing about what kind of day is going to have. And somehow that just translates into keeping a positive frame of mind. And again, things are going to happen throughout the day constantly. Oh my gosh. Nobody would believe some of the stuff that goes on in a day here. But it's all about being mindful and being grateful. Mindful and grateful will keep you in an upbeat, positive mood. I listen to music that I really, really like that makes me feel good. Um, and that's how I kind of get through the day. I also meditate every day, and meditation changes the brain waves. And so you definitely want to practice have a practice of meditation because it will change your brain waves and it just keeps you in a really good state of mind, keeps you calm. You can deal with things. So that's what I do. But thank you for asking that question because I think that is a very, very good one. Oh, and I have to, and then one more, and I'm going to, okay, let's see. Hold on. Okay. Heather Benson, I know I'm very intuitive, but I'm not sure how to tap into more and open up my psychic abilities, but I feel like something may be blocking me. So, Heather, a few things here. I'm sure you're very intuitive. James has great classes. He has some great classes in his mystical arts school on psychic ability, tapping into it. He's got a great psychic course for that. I'm not sure what is blocking you, but uh, a really good somatic therapist could help you with whatever might be blocking you too. So you can combine the mystic with the psychological and really work with what would be blocking you. Is there fear from wanting to know what's going on? Is there fear? Was there religious base here? What would be blocking you? So a somatic experience therapist, which is from traumahealing.org, I think it is, what might really help kind of get you to figure that part out. Okay, because intuition is natural. It's extremely natural. So Jamie Longbind says, look into the meaning of angel numbers and what they mean. Angel numbers are like 111, 222. Remember, next year is a 222, 333. Each 444. Each one means something. Like a 444 means the angels, frankly. And that's a whole. We could do a whole thing just on that. A whole show just on that. Kathy says, I'm fascinated and intrigued by the notion of choosing our exit. Thanks, Kathy. It is interesting, isn't it? We choose. Imagine on the other side, I think you're thinking as you're planning everything, ooh, there's a whole school of thought on that side of why you're planning this and this and this. And you do put some hard lessons in your life path. You just do. If it were easy, what's the point of coming here? You would be um, wasting your energy. You need that kind of push here and that growth for you to understand, for your soul to grow. Okay. So, yeah, Joanne Barkley, yes, being a mom is a tough job. It just is. Um, Kathy Zuniak. Many times when I fall asleep in my chair, I wake up and feel my husband that passed 3 months ago looking at me. Is that true? 100%. 100%, Kathy. I know that's him. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sylvia Santa Cruz. I was heartbroken for my failing marriage and tried to pray at church, but couldn't. I was just crying. I felt the presence of three tall beings behind me. I was so moved. I felt like they were 6 feet tall and listened that their love and peace. Spirit guide angels. Oh, for sure, angels. The big tall angels. I forget what they're called, but there's a sect of angels that are really, really tall. And oh, I got chills. Definitely. You're never alone. You've got guides, you've got angels. It's hard for them too. Imagine they know the pain that you're in. They know it, they feel it. And yet they also understand that you're having this experience. And so it's hard for our loved ones on that side, for our angels and our guides to watch us day to day go through go through really rough situations. And I'm sorry, Sylvia. Let me get you a card, honey. Okay, I'm sorry that you're going through that. Failing marriages are hard, but always know this: you always come back stronger, wiser, better. Okay. Listen, I've been divorced twice. I've been out of all kinds of relationships. Believe me, I know this one. Okay. Oh, this is a great card. Love. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Even in this experience, honey, you're going to have love again. And it starts with love and compassion for what you've gone through. And any, betrayal, or when something doesn't work out, it's all hard stuff, but it also is for the grow for us to grow. Okay. Okay, Deb gets McGee. I'm going to give you a card. Here you go, Deb. This card is for you, honey. Here we go. Hmm. Growth. And I was just talking about growth. Growth. Okay, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. I love this card. God, this might be my favorite card, because this is why we come here. This is why we come. We come to grow and expand our awareness. And it's a very important thing that we do. I have to answer this question. This was like, I really appreciated this question. This is from Sherry Lynn Lingo. She said, Kelly, what was your most memorable reading? And thank you for asking that question. I've had, they're all memorable. They all are really incredible. There are so many that stand out, but one that really stands out was from a young man that came to see me a few years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. I don't even remember, 3 or 4 years ago. But anyway, he came to see me. And as he was sitting there, and I think he was about 19, or no, he's about 20, 21. I felt a whole team around him. I said, boy, what is going on here? And then I saw an airplane, and then I saw his family. And what had happened is his parents and his siblings had passed away on a major airline that went down in New York. And they all came and gave him the most profound messages, because he didn't want to live. He didn't understand why he was living. And they wanted to make sure that he continued in life and continued living. And so we got him on a really good program. We got him, I mean, that his mother, boy, do you want to talk about a mother on the other side? This mother was like, remind him of this and tell him this and did all this. And at the end, I was pretty uh, sad. Just, I don't know, sad isn't the right word. I was just like, it was very emotional for me. It was very emotional for me to watch that. Um, but anyway, I think that was one of the most memorable ones I had ever done, because it just brought up a lot of things. So I thought that was really good. But I've had so many good ones. But thanks for asking that question. Really saved his life, actually, and he got some really good help that he needed, and he's a thriving guy now. Has an incredible career. I was really happy about that. So Um, Joanne Barkley, my anxiety has been so heightened the last few days. Anything for me, please? I think everybody's anxiety has been a little high for a lot of things that are going on right now. But yes, here is a card for you. Oh, Joanne, you're going to love this. Okay, balance. Balance. I think it's for everybody, actually. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Without judgment. Okay, that's a very, very good one. Um, I have to laugh at that. Everybody's been anxious, you know. Oh, thanks, Shelley. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was a really big one. And then the weirdest thing after that, I had two more people that came to see me in plane accidents that had passed. I don't know how to explain that, but as a medium, when that energy opens up, it was like, whoo. And it was something like 2 weeks in a row I had that. It was really amazing. And so here's why that was so important. I learned that if there is an accident, the souls are already taken up, the souls are already released, and there's no pain. It's very hard for the families, clearly, that remain, and there's just so much work. But they would have volunteered for that exit point. Okay, that would have happened. That would have been a volunteer for an exit point. Um, Okay, so I'm going to start with Melania Stan. Can I have some insight about my job? My boss is super mean to me. I'm afraid what will happen to me. My birthday is 10/29/77. So 10/29 is of Six of Hearts, and Six of Hearts feels everything. So I'm assuming you're an empath, and I'm assuming that you are very, 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 very psychic, and might to the point of knowing things. And is it time for you to leave? So if your boss is super mean to you, is that another way to view that is, do you want to stay? you could always take uh, the offensive and say, you know what, let me look into this. What else can I do now with my life? But here's a card, honey. Ah, judgment, judgment. Good card here. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So whatever your boss's path is, it's clearly not yours, and it may be a time to leave. And maybe that's the lesson for him to learn. So that could be it too. Okay, Lori Brown, I have a card for you because you were waiting to empathy. I love this one. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So I'm not sure what's going on with you, Lori, but empathy is everything, everything. For I think for everything, the answer to everything. Okay, I have a card for Julie West. I know I don't see your name up here, but I know you had asked me last week to pull a card for you, and I am. Oh, and it's worry, honey. It's worry. It says, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Is that the truth? So, Julie, do not worry. Really, it's a waste of energy, actually. Just a waste of energy. Instead, I would put that worry energy into meditation because I think meditation is so good for our soul. It gets us in touch with our soul. Um, Oh, and I do have a very important, I have to answer this question because, okay, so now this is from Deborah Weaver. So, Deborah, I know you had asked this question. Dear Kellee, in last week's show about mantras, you mentioned the phrase, I am not my thoughts. Can you clarify? I've been following Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he explains that our thoughts create who we are and create our reality. So I'm a bit confused. I bet you are. It is confusing, isn't it? So our souls are these pure, wonderful energy, our souls. And when we're born, so much shit is put on us. Like, our mothers think this, our fathers this, the society this. And it's not who we are. But then we start having our thoughts, and our thoughts create emotion. Our thoughts create emotion. And so you're not you're not your thoughts. Like, I could see somebody that's very neurotic, somebody who's wildly neurotic. I know underneath the neurosis, that's not who their soul is, but the thoughts are there. The thoughts are like neurotic thoughts, worry, negativity, all of this. It's not who the soul is. It's just it's the thoughts. And so the thoughts create an emotion, and you want to create good, positive, healthy emotions. And so you want to have good, clear thoughts. Okay. So your emotions are good and clear, and you understand. And I hope that explains it. But the soul is not the thoughts, but thoughts do create the emotions. So you want to keep you and I want to tell you something. This is so great. I'm going to post this after the show tonight. Our dear friend, James's really dear friend, and my dear friend is Peggy Fitzsimmons. And I'm not sure, Peggy, if you're watching tonight, but I love Peggy. She was on our show. She wrote that book on release. It's actually called Release, releasing your old stuff and getting organized. And she's just wonderful. But she wrote an article, which was so profound. And it's called The Crisis of Ego and the Promise of Soul. And here she says, a wise few are embracing the change that we're all going through, riding the waves as best that they can. If you are yearning to do so and to ease the birthing soul consciousness, here are a few practices to follow, which I loved. And this hopefully will answer Deborah, some of your questions about thoughts. Stay as present as you can, okay? Softening into acceptance rather than resistance. Really good. Become a compassionate witness of your ego's thoughts, emotions, energies, and ways of relating, and be willing to sit with them rather than act on them. It's a big one. Be grateful when you notice your ego at the wheel, as it means you are present enough to choose. To ease your ego into the passenger seat and engage with life in soul affirming ways. Boy, Peggy, this is greatly profound. I love it. Be on the lookout for soul energies within yourself and others such as love, enthusiasm, gratitude, joy, compassion, contentment, and acceptance. I love that. And she's got some other ones on there. I'm going to go ahead and post this on my spiritual medium site on Facebook, and I think you'll just love it because she's just so good and it's so life. So Mark Brevard says you were spot on about my family, Kellee. My two brothers, okay, that's what she was telling me. On the other side are with my mom. My remaining two siblings and I have become even closer after the death of my mom. I would like I would really like to get a private reading with you. Where do I go to sign up? Oh, kellywhite.com. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, your mom. I'm glad she's a good communicator. So I love it when souls on the other side either know how to work with me or something. I love that. Dana Fisher Hendricks. Hi, Dana. Do you have any insights for me? My birthday is 9/26/72. So 9/26, September 26 is a Jack of Hearts. I have a lot of insights about Jack of Hearts. They sacrifice a lot for others, and it's a life of sacrifice. It's a big life devoted to helping others. It just is. I know that life would have never been easy. It's never easy with this Jack of Hearts, but when it's your time to pass, you will have gone through so many amazing experiences. Your soul will have grown so much from this lifetime. And here is a card for you about career because you've got to be real creative. All Jacks have to be creative. Okay. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And I'm going to say that about you. Your inner voice is going to know. And I think that a career path helping others is a great one for a Jack of Hearts. I find a lot of social workers. I find a lot of therapists. I also find a lot of business people, but business people that have a heart. So you got to have a heart on that one. Okay. Hi, Renee Hounsel. Kellee, I keep having the experience when I connect with my husband or angels and guides, I'm being addressed as my higher self on the other side. Wow, that's fantastic. Do they do that because we're too emotional for them to connect here? Great question. I think yes. Yeah, so our higher self doesn't have the emotions that we have here. Like once you get into a body here, it's like whoa, whoa, and all these emotions start coming out, you know. On the other side, with our higher self, we have it's less emotions. It's really love, peace, compassion, understanding, wisdom, learning, um, excitement about learning, growth. It's that kind of energy. So I love that. Yes, they address you as your higher self. Oh, well, Renee, honey, you are such an advanced soul. That makes sense to me totally. Good, 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 good. Thanks for sharing that. Angie May, can an archangel be somebody's spirit guide? Yes. Great question, Angie. Yes. Um, yes, yes, yes. So when I started down this road into spiritualism and as a medium, and I've told the story many times, but it's worth repeating. My father was Jewish and my mother was Southern Baptist. Seriously. So it just canceled all religion out. I had no religion of anything. I didn't even understand it made no sense to me. You could understand. And by the way, our Christmases and Hanukkahs, they were pretty radical. Um, but what happened is Archangel Michael started coming into me and he started talking to me and I'm like, who are you? Like, what's going on here? And it wasn't that he was my guide, and all of us have a minimum of one spirit guide, every one of us. And often we have two, and what I see now is many more than that, two, three, four, five. Then we have angels, and often a certain um, the archangels, I should say, will take a command of several. I don't even have the right word, million. I mean, a lot, and watch over us when we need it. So I hope that answers it. But yes, they can be. I've seen Mother Mary be a guide to mothers, particularly mothers that have had great deal of loss. So I've seen Jesus as a guide for people. Now, do they watch all of us? Yes, absolutely they do. but there's still something important about what you just asked. So I would have to guess then that he's probably one of your guides. And that would tell me that you're probably really on a spiritual path right now. Okay, Kathy Cade, I'm wondering what 8453 card is and insight. So August 4th is a 9 of diamonds. 9 of diamonds comes to complete. All nines come to complete something, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a business, whether it's friendship. And a 9 of diamonds will have, it's also, we call that the giver. There, you would feel like you have just given, 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 given. And that is why you came into this path. That is it. So I'm going to get a card for you, Kathy, okay? And a card for you is, it's interesting, is regret. And I don't know why this part came up, but I know that I cannot change the past. Okay, I know that I cannot change the past. And I think that's something we all have to know. I mean, live your best life with your loved ones while they are alive. Live your best life. Be as kind and nice and good and compassionate to everybody that you can. If you are in a really difficult situation in a relationship and you don't want to be in that relationship anymore, then it would be time to not be in it. Um, and I only say that because we're all here about growing, and we all need to be treated well and respect one another. Okay. I don't know why I feel like I have to say that right now. Okay. Lauren Polanco Koziski. I lost my dad this past September. Does he have a message for me? I miss him so much. He says something about my little girl with you. So yes, you don't have to. He has a great sense of humor, and I want to say charming, if that makes sense, and a great funny sense of humor, honey. He says you don't have to worry. And by the way, he was in no pain. He wants to make sure. And if you have a brother, I feel like there's another male on your side on living that he wanted to connect to with you. So yeah, don't worry. He loves you, honey. You don't have to worry about that. Okay. My husband, this is Laura Parmley Hoffman. Hi, Laura. My husband and I are celebrating our 27th wedding anniversary tomorrow. Woohoo! Could we get a card, please? So, yes. So, your birthday is March 17th. Congratulations. 27 is big, I think. I never did 27 years. And Lori, if my friend Lori, if you're watching this, you know that's a funny one. Okay, so 27th anniversary is great. 317. Okay, so you are a 6 of diamonds. And Laura, you're a 6 of diamonds, and 6 of diamonds is all about fair balance in every area. And your husband's is October 8th, and October 8th is an ace of diamonds. So together you would, oh, it's a really good connection because together it's about what you both value. It's a 7 of diamonds connection together. So it's about really what you value. And 27 is a major number here. It's a great one. And you're having it during Virgo or Venus retrograde. So I would bet that you're going to be doing something practical. I would bet that. Anyway, congratulations, honey. Okay. Oh, I'm going to get you a card too. Hold on a minute. Okay. Here we go. Honesty. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So, both of you, here you go. Honesty. Maybe that's how you've been able to do 27 years. Um, okay. Pam Orsini Disseros says, is my dad around me? My ring doorbell is going crazy. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes. Okay. So Lori Brown, my birthday is 222. So Lori, interesting. You're a 3 of diamonds also. And I was talking about 3 of diamonds. And 222 will be quite a year for you next year because it's 222, 222. It's a lot of twos for you. I think it's going to be the year of a lot of partnerships, a lot of growth next year for you. Let me get you a card, Lori. Hold on a second. It is health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So I'm going to say it's going to be a year of getting to your best health self. How's that? The best health self. Um, Renee Tracy says you amaze me, Renee. I agree. I agree. Okay, Tammy Lynn Monahan. The last 2 years have been really hard for me and family. A lot of deaths. I'm so sorry, Tammy Lynn. Don't you? That's I've had those years. They're rough. Do you see any reliefs in my future, health wise, money wise? Okay, so February 7th. Let me look at February 7. February 7 is a five of spades, and we're going into this big year next year. I'm going to say yes. Yes, next year should be a better year for you, Tammy. Sometimes we have those years, and then there's a long break before we have other ones. So yeah, I think that next year is going to be a better year for you. Let me get you a card, honey. Hold on. Ah, interesting. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So it might be a time to really learn about yourself because you've gone through so much. You may have to deal with some of the things that you've had to deal with here. That's a hard one though, but it's going to be a much better year for you. I think much better. Okay. Betty Moore Scott. Hi, Kelly. Any insights for me? So your birthday is January 7th. January 7th is a seven of spades. Seven of spades come in there. It's a really interesting. Anybody who was born between January 1st and January 12th, those are real heavy duty karmic. That's a heavy duty, like born into the middle of the ocean. And the seven of spades, and you are a seven of spades, has a unique ability to get in touch with understanding the richness of life, understanding deep insights of life, understanding probably death, understanding life. There's a deep compassion that comes with the seven of spades. So I'm going to get and I think next year should be quite a year for you too. Here we go. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. There you go, Betty. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay, Patty Maciel. Hi, Kelly. Any messages for me? Well, let's see, Patty. Hold on a second there. Ooh, I love this. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunity that it presents. So you want to have gratitude. Gratitude is everything, I think. Anne Margaret. Hi, Anne Margaret. Medical medium. I do not follow him. A friend does. He says that angels are limited now, too busy to be with everyone. Okay, that's like the nuttiest thing I have ever heard. It's the second nuttiest thing I've heard today. That's like it's up there with you can only come if you have a boyfriend. Um, I do not follow him. A friend does. Says angels are limited now, too busy to be with everyone, and that they pick and choose who to be with. Okay, it doesn't sound right, but his words, not mine. Is it true? Archangels and angels pick and choose who they go to because they are that busy. No, not at all. That is really. I, I, I- I'm floored by that statement. Actually, thanks for writing that, Anne Margaret. I'm sorry that he says that. It's not true. It's never true. You need an angel, they are always around. Always. It's what angels do. And there are so many angels, way more than there are of people here. That is the most limited view I've heard. I don't even know what to say. I'm thinking thoughts in my head. I'm not going to say them out loud, but that's just incorrect. Thanks for saying that. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Shame on him. I can't believe he would say something like that. Ugh. Okay, Jeanette Ramirez. Mother Mary appeared to me when I was in my troubled teen years. See, that's what she does. That's what she does. Kind of love Mother Mary. That's a major deal that she would come to you when you were having those troubled years, and so she would have really, I would hope, really given you, everything you needed. Just the thought of seeing her, would is amazing, right? God, what an extraordinary experience. Thank you for sharing that, Jeanette. That's a big deal here. Oh my gosh. Um, okay, one last one. Amy Augustine. When I was a kid, my mother used to get a collect call from a Michael asking for me. It was weird. I think it was Archangel Michael. It could have been. It could have been. He's fascinating. Fascinating. And I love all angels and I love all the archangels and they help everybody. And if you're in trouble or a pinch you just call them out. They'll be right there. They're never too busy, ever, ever. Anyway, everybody, so Monday, please join us. James and I are going to be doing predictions for 2022. So that's going to be really, really, really good. And then I'm going to take a little time off and I will see you next year. Well, I'll see you Monday and then I'll be back on for in a couple of weeks, or I think it's 2 weeks for Ask Me Anything. But thanks for everything. I hope you all have a good holiday, and I look forward to seeing you when we get back. Take care, everybody.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.